friends, I'm Jody. Welcome back to This Beaded Life. Today we are unboxing my Adornable Elements subscription for the month of November. And I think it's the hot and trendy one. I think that's what we're on this month. I'll have to double check and make sure. Anyway, we're gonna unbox that today and yeah, we'll take a look and see what we got and see what we can make. I'll be right back. Okay friends, I had a change of heart. So let me show you what I came up with. So I went and grabbed my copper findings. So I got a copper ear wire, and I have these like petal bead caps that I got from Wendy after she passed. And so I'm not sure where she got them. I'm pretty sure you can probably get them on like Panda Hall or BB Craft or whatever. But if you look for like petal bead caps, you might find them. So I decided to make like a little tassel earring, and it's really cute. So I'm using the Rizzos, and I'm actually using a couple of the spikes. And I pulled some of my delicacy beads out from Danielle's, from what I got from Danielle. And it's in this really pretty like AB, like buttery, bronzy color. It's really, really pretty. So I have this tassel earring, and this is so easy, you guys. This is like the easiest tassel earring you will ever make. So I pulled about, like, I stretched my arm out, and then with my needle in it, and then I unraveled all the way to like the middle of my chest. So that's how long of a thread I have. And then I have an eye pin here in the copper color. It's either copper or rose gold. It's hard to tell because they all look those two look pretty close. So, and you can get away with mixing rose gold and copper together. So we're just going to start by putting our thread through our eye pin, and we're going to tie it like a double knot here. So just oh, and the thread I'm using navy blue, but it's 1G thread, and I'll show you in a second here. I guess that would help if I told you that. I like 1G for tassels because it hangs really, really nice. So that's why I'm using that. Plus, we don't need to really have any kind of structure. We're not doing any like, we're not doing like peyote or brick stitch or anything like that. So we don't need to have any kind of like structure with our stringing material. So this is 1G. It's a nylon thread. And yeah, it works really great. So I love it. All right, so the first thing we do, because we have these little cones, and I doubled them up because I wanted it to cover more. So they're kind of split high. So I ended up just doubling them. And I'll show you more of that in a little bit. But we start out using some seed beads because we don't really want all of our triangle beads trying to be crammed in there. And when I did it, I realized that 5 is enough to do what we need to do up there. So I'm gonna just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or was it 6? Hold on, let me see. Okay, it was definitely 6. Okay, let me just double check. Yeah. All right, so 11O seed beads up at the top. Actually, I think these might be 10O. Either way, you can just kind of like, if you have a different kind of bead cap, you can just kind of put some on your needle and just test it underneath. You know about where your loop will come out for your, maybe it is only 5 because of that loop. 2, 3, 4, it is only 5. All right, let's just take one of these off then real quick. All right, and we're gonna start with our triangles. So we did 2 little things of triangles with our spike. And the only thing I don't like is I can't get my spike to like stay like how it's supposed to be. But you know what? It's still a cute earring and I don't mind. So on one, we're gonna need 20, and on another one, we're gonna need 30. So let's do the one for 20 first. that's 8. 10, 11, 13, 15, 16, 17, 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. So that's 20 of them on there. And then we need one of our spikes, but we're going to need 3 seed beads on each side of our spike. So we're going to pick up 3 seed beads first, and then we're going to grab our spike. And you can do this with any other beads that you have, you guys. You don't have to have the exact same beads as I do, but Adornable Elements does have it lined up to where if you wanted to get the Hot and Trendy subscription, you and I will get the same ones. Like when I get mine, which is once every 3 months, you will get, I'll have the same as you. So, but otherwise you can do this with seed beads, other flat spacers. Like if you have a bunch of those little flat round spacers or forget-me-nots that you're not using, those are all great things that you can use as substitutes. All right, so there's our 1. And now we do want to tie a knot every single time. And just make sure you're not losing your thread on your eye pin here. Because sometimes it likes to try to travel. Once you get it full, it's fine. But up until then, it likes to kind of float around and do its own little thing here. So we're just gonna do a quick little knot here. Just make sure it doesn't tangle up on your already done tassel piece, because it can tend to do that. All right, so then next we're gonna do a seed bead one that is 27 seed beads. There's 9. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. All right, let's get all those lined up there. So we have our 27, and then we're going to need 2 of our seed beads, 1 of our Rizzo beads. Did I do that? Yes. And then 2 more seed beads. And then we're going to put those on. And now we're not going to weave back through any of these. We're just going to skip this little last part that I put on, the 2 seed beads, the Rizzo, and the 2 seed beads. And we're going to go up through this part of our tassel. Cheeto, you're gonna have to wait just a second, buddy. He wants out. He wants in, he wants out, he wants in, he wants out. It's the story of my life, you guys. And if I was the only one home, I'd just leave my door open, but there's other noises going on in the house, and I don't want it to be distracting or annoying or anything like that, so. And then back through here. Okay, and then we can just pull that up. And now you'll end up having thread like this sometimes, so just grab onto your bottom and to your thread and pull in opposite directions, and then you'll have it sitting nice. And then we can go back through and do 1 little single knot here. Oh, that did not work. Hold on, let me make sure it's closed all the way. There we go. Also make sure your eye pin is closed. All right, so let's go through here. And your earrings are not going to line up exactly the same on each side. And don't worry about that because they're going to be dangling down and they're just going to look really pretty and sparkly. I'm going to let him out so he doesn't drive us all crazy. I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. And then we need 30 for this one. But first we want to do our 5. Okay, and then we're going to do our 30. I wish there was a better way to pick these up. All right, let's see how many do I have here? Probably not very many. So there's 4, 6, 9. All right. 10, 11, 12. There's 17. Okay, just need 2 more. All right, and now we need our 3 seed beads, our spike, and our 3 seed beads. There we go. And I'll just pull that up there, and then we're going to skip all those beads that we just added and just go up through our triangles. And then up through our 5 seed beads at the top here. Just make sure you get them all. You don't want them hanging out, not connected properly. Oh, come on. I need to make it through one more, but I'm going to just pull this through so I can kind of get my needle back here. There we go. There's the one. All right, so now I'm just going to pull on my thread and hang on to my spike. And there we go. All right, I'm going to pick this all up. Now we just have one more row to go. Oh, we need to scoot that all the way up there. And watch it because sometimes like your stuff will drop and then you'll end up having just a bunch of bare string at the top, and you don't want that either. Then we're going to go back through our eye pin. What am I doing? Hold on, guys. I can do this. I can do this. I can make it happen. All right, back through our eye pin. And we're going to make our little knot here. That one doesn't feel super secure. Let's just do a little double on that one, shall we? You can usually tell if something's going to give you a problem. Okay, and the very last strand that we have is 17 seed beads. There's 11. And there's 17. Okay, and then we need 2 more seed beads, our little Rizzo bead, and then 2 more seed beads. And then we're gonna go all the way up those 17 that we just put on. And you don't have to make yours uneven. I like mine uneven when it's like this. It just kind of like defines like the ending of them, I guess. I don't know why I like it. It just looks really cool, I think. But a lot of times, you know, tassels, I make them all even. But this one seems kind of modern, so I think maybe that's why I wanted to do it this way. I just think it looks really cool. All right, so we got everything there. And now we can, oh, don't you dare go anywhere. Now we can tie our last one in. That one's wanting to cause some trouble. There we go. All right, let's tie our last one on here. Go back through our eye pin. And let's just go through our eye pin. And then let's make our knot. Make sure it's not catching on any of your other beads, because sometimes it will like to do that. So you can just go slowly, especially when you have it already full of beads, then you really do want just to take it slower. Oh, and I have a big loop here, and I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened, but I think we can fix it. You can also put a little dab of glue where you have your knots if it makes you feel better too, because sometimes that helps, you know, just like having just like a little dab of glue. You know, you can use some E6000, which I'll probably do on well, I don't know if I need to, but okay, there we go. And now that shouldn't go anywhere. And I'm honestly not even going to do anything with that little loop because it's going to be underneath. I don't need to worry about cutting it or anything like that. I can just leave it alone. But you know what? It's kind of annoying me, so I think I will cut it just because it's annoying me. But let me just go through one more time because I want to be confident that it's going to be fine. And I'm going through that little loop on that knot too, just because I want to tie it in. All right, so that's what it ends up looking like. My other one did not have this little loop, but we're just going to trim it off kind of close just so it's not, I know it's there. Nobody else will know it's there, but I would. So let's go ahead and cut off our string. All right, and I realized I was off camera for me trying to fix that little loop thing, so I'm so sorry, guys. But we got it fixed. And then we're going to, let's see, this one got a little squish. Let's open it back up a little. These are super, super pliable, which is why I think they work great for tassels because you can kind of form it on there if you need to. Oh, we don't want that to happen. Just slide that down nice and gently. See, I didn't even put a bead underneath. And sometimes if I do like a tassel, I'll put a bead underneath it. But I really didn't need to. It's thick enough and it's fine. And then I want to try to position this so it kind of covers up those little other openings. So like that. And then I used 3 of the triangle beads. And then 1 of the seed beads. And then I just did a simple loop here. So I just bent my wire over, trimmed off what we don't need. And then I used my round nose pliers, made a loop, and attached our ear wire. Oh. Okay. Got my pliers. I want to make sure it's nice and straight and on there. There we go. And now we can pop open our ear wire. Oh, I had it right the first time. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. How did I get off camera again? Maybe it's because I had you too close. I'm so sorry. If I was off camera a lot on this one, I apologize, you guys. I just didn't even realize how close I had you. All right, so there's our earrings. Really super quick and easy and simple. And again, you can do this with any beads, you guys. You can do this with other flat spacers, you know, even just seed beads. It's a really, really simple way to do it. So I'm going to try these on for you so you can see how they look, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, here they are. Look how pretty and sparkly they are. Let me get some more light on. Aren't they pretty? And I like it. We got to use the spikes. So cool. All right, guys, I hope you like these. I think they're very, very pretty. And I can almost imagine, like, if you did like if you had like a silver cap and did like black and silver, wouldn't that be so pretty? Like do like some fire polish or just some like little crystals. Those would be so pretty. All right, guys, I'm sending you all my love, and I will talk to you again real soon. Bye, everybody.